Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. How's it going, Dark Mage? Today, I'll be doing... Things will be a little sporadic today. First of all, I have the model that I'm painting up for Wolf. He redeemed commission. So the only thing is I haven't had a lot of time to work on it because work's been work. So I'm gonna finish cleaning this model up today. Wolf, X-King Wolf, the man, the myth, the legend himself. And so he picked the Marvel Crisis Protocol Spider-Man, which is a pretty banging model. So I'm gonna get that painted up for him. Probably I'll be painting it on stream next week. My plan was to paint it this week, but like I said, I haven't had a lot of time, so definitely don't want to rush it. Spider-Man in this economy? Yeah. Spider-Man with the little venom at the bottom, trying to munch him. Painting more Emperor's Children? Yeah, I like that. I like that color scheme that you posted in the channel. Like it's like a light pale green, right? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they tend to use like a light pale green as like an accent color on like the main like box art color scheme. And I really like it. They should use that color more. Took an hour to paint, so pretty happy with that. Nice. Yeah. The trick is always like once you find a good color scheme, like how do you replicate that across an entire army? Like how do you then move that color scheme to batch painting? moves. But other than the Spider-Man, I'm gonna be knocking out some kill team backlog that I've had going on. You know, since there have been so many incredible kill team reveals, I kind of gotta knock out my backlog in preparation. So, for example, getting basing done on like my Necrons and stuff. I got the Chronomancer here for the higher tech circle kill team that I'm looking to like finish prepping and building. My Aquilins here need a little bit more love, especially in the base department. So a few projects that I'm looking to finish up, and then I also have the Blood and Zeal kill teams that are still on sprue. So looking to do a little bit of a mixed bag here. A lot of basing, a little bit of building. Since the prep work on this Spider-Man model is not gonna take the entire time. So I finish these EC and Knights, start my Black Templar and Dark Angel project. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find the pictures, because I think last week I told you that I had seen someone do something similar, and it looked really nice. So I'll see if I can find those and post them in the Discord. I will say, this Spider-Man model, it was quite good in terms of the gaps kind of lining up with, you know, parts of the suit that kind of hide those gaps. And so not a whole lot of like post-build work. actually used Space Marine 2 as a reference. Hey, that's actually a great idea. Like, Space Marine color picker simulator built into Space Marine 2. I think I'm going to do black with green shoulders, Deathwing bone for the trim. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Alright, let's get this glued onto the base here. I'm kind of split as to whether or not I want to glue on Spider-Man yet. I'm leaning towards no, though. Because he kind of slots in there like that, which is like a really cool pose. But I feel like it'll be hard to paint him like that. Although, you know what? It won't be that. It'll be fine. I'll glue him on. The issue with having him in subassembly is like, where do I hold? While I'm trying to paint him. See if I can really quick find those pigs. All right. I did find them. I posted them in the Discord. Yeah, basically it was like just someone posting their. It's like a grimdark, Dark Angel / Black Templar army. But again, kind of just generic so that they can really play whatever Space Marine faction. Alright. Let's get into some basing here. Bring out the classic coarse earth texture paint here. I'm missing my usual tool. I don't know where it went. Trying to paint two models at the same time? Oh no! Some nice batch painting going on. Yeah, this one's not too bad. I got this. It's a texture paint applicator from Citadel. I got it when from the Stormbringer magazine subscription that I had for a little bit. It's not too bad. Yeah, the Necron leaders have like weirdly different base sizes, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of Space Marine characters just have like 40 mil bases, right? Or I guess it's like 32 if it's Primaris, 40 if it's Terminator armor, right? But I was just thinking about like the new Geomancer model that they announced. Looks like it's on a huge base. And like this guy also, the Technomancer, also on quite a big base. But then the Chronomancer's base is just like 40 mil. And I'm like why? You know, I wonder if the Geomancer and Technomancer will have the same base size. It makes it even weirder because like in the Hyrotech Circle kill team, like these models are equivalent, right? Like you can swap them out and choose which leader you want. So for me, I guess it just feels weird that they're different base sizes, but they're supposed to be, they fill the same slot. It's like swapping out Ratlings for Ogryn, you know, and like the Ratling sniper kill team. Where you're like, what? Why is that allowed? I feel like one Ogryn's worth at least 3 Ratlings. Of course, the main strat for cranking out bases is texture paint and then grass tufts. But always got to make sure we have interesting grass tufts to add. So I actually bought some new grass tufts specifically for my Necrons, just to kind of spice things up a little bit. Dang it. Got texture paint on my model. And actually, I haven't quite decided. I got two different grasses. One is like blue to pink, and the other one is like a bright green. So the choice is kind of like contrasting or like complementary, I guess. Do I want to add a wild pop color or some more bright green to kind of go along with the green glow that's already on the Necron? I have truly grown to hate Emperor's Children trim. No! It do be like that though. Chaos trim is quite the adventure every time. I take T-Sun's trim over EC. Oh, okay. I haven't painted a lot of like Chaos Marines. But I will say I would take Chaos Knight trim over like Space Marine trim. Just because the larger size kind of makes it easier to paint. Although there is significantly more of it on the Knight. So I guess it's a trade-off, but. And I will say, like, Necrons so far have been my least favorite kits to build. Just like the gaps that you have to deal with. Not a whole lot of fun. I hope the newer Necron kits are better to work with. Cause like the Immortal kit in particular was really bad. With like giant gaps in the shoulder pads and like the cables not lining up like at all. Yeah. The Deathmark Immortal kit was not a whole lot of fun to build. Alright, we're gonna do the classic use leftover sprues for basing trick. I think this is the sprue for the Horus Heresy Land Raider, maybe? So yeah, the goal of this is just to create like random kind of square bits that kind of look like ruined building material. You can scatter across the base while mixing in some. I will have to make sure I shave off the part of Games Workshop that you can see. But mixing in some slightly larger pieces that look like maybe like steel beams that got wrecked. The real pro tip is to clip these in a bag. So that all the pieces don't fly off. Which I totally forgot to do at the start, and now have a bunch of random bits that I have to hunt down across my desk. Oh, I start doing it in the bag and they stop flying. Okay. I see how it is. Gonna stop painting, I'm not having fun. Yeah. Too much trim. Hey yo, get out of here. I don't like Tormentor's models. They're great to look at, but absolutely ass to paint, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. That's one of those things where it's like, sometimes GW just puts too much detail on the models. And it makes them like just difficult to paint. Which I like fun detail, but I will often leave off like extra pouches and stuff, or like like extra weapons or belt danglies, because they kind of just get in the way sometimes and make things unnecessarily complicated to paint. Prefer painting robes and cloth? Yeah, I also like painting robes and cloth. It's it can be nice and relaxing. Also, painting, just in general, painting smooth, flat surfaces. Like knights. It's something that like you can choose how fancy you want it to be. Like you can add extra detail with like freehand and such, and transfers. It's like it doesn't have to be anything special, but it could if you wanted it to be. looking forward to painting the lion as well. I am also looking forward to painting the lion whenever I get around to it. Currently sitting in his box, awaiting the day. Oops. I did not scrape the words off of that one. Hopefully it kind of melts with the glue. I enjoyed that Space Wolf I painted. Yeah, the new Space Wolf models look nice. I would definitely like to paint one at some point. Gotta wait for that glue to dry a little bit before we come in with some more texture paint. So let's start taking a look at this Sanctifier kill team here. I'm gonna try and be spicy, see if I can do a lion and Helbrecht kit bash. That'd be cool. I've seen a lot of people do cool kit bashes with the lion. Like I've seen like a Demon Prince lion. What else have I seen? I don't know. It's just a good base model for things. to pick head options? Oh, this one's got the chops. Yeah. You know, more models need to be holding books. Like, I don't think enough models are holding books, you know? Inner Circle Companion and with Sword Brethren? Yeah, that'd be cool. The biggest issue with that is that they're not the same unit size, which is like a little tragic. The yikes in the wallet department, yeah, for sure. I'm sure you could do, because, like, the Inner Circle Companions have, like, multiple build options, right? Because they have, like, a, you know, like, the standard bearer and stuff. So you might be able to do one box of Inner Circle Companions to, like, to augment a Sword Brethren kit. But it would be definitely a lot harder to do, like, using a Sword Brethren kit to augment Inner Circle Companions. Because then you'd have to buy 2 boxes of Inner Circle Companions to get one squad of 5 Sword Brethren. I love how Black Templars are the ones with beefed up Sturm Guard for some reason. Do they have beefed up Sturm Guard? Sterner and are pretty spicy and a certain detachment. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, you would have thought they would have had more spicy options for, like, yeah, their Sword Brethren or Blade Guard. Considering, yeah, they are a very melee-focused kind of faction. Maybe they're trying to change that, though. Actually fits very nicely together. The one thing about building robes is, like, a lot of times they have, like, the seam somewhere on the robes. They did a great job with this model, making it so that, like, the robes are all generally one piece and you don't have to deal with that, like, weird gap that shows up. Oops. It's a lot of glue. Huge. And we're gonna keep the head separate because we do that now. Nice, that guy was great to build. Good job, GW. Hopefully the rest of the models in the kit are that nice to build. Boo, suffering is part of the job? No! Don't make me suffer. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, man. Yeah, I think, like, one thing that GW did with, like, the Cathay models is they tried to make them like their older kits, where they're, like, weirdly hard to build for no reason. And it's like, why? Bro, I shouldn't, like, it should be enjoyable to build. I should not be suffering. I should not be suffering while building these models. Another thing I want to see out of GW is more cherubs slash servo skulls. Like, Adeptus Sororitas get a lot of, like, servo skulls slash cherubs and whatever. But, like, Space Marines don't have any. Grey Knights have some. Honestly, one of the best things about Grey Knights is that the Paladin kit comes with, like, a servo skull that you get to put on the Sergeant. Dark Angels get the Watchers in the Dark. But, like, most of the Space Marines don't get any. And it's like, why? Need more serfs? Yeah. Give Guilliman a fuse. Yeah, facts. The new Stormcast Eternals have little human, like, attendants that, like, carry incense. Like, give me that. That's banging. More parchment and chains, facts. Black Templars also have a good amount of, like, servitors. Like, I'm thinking, like, you know, like Ramaldus and Helbrecht, right? Have, like, little servitors on the base, like, banging. You love to see it. Give me more. I also want a church on top of my tank. Yeah, that's another good part about the Adeptus Sororitas, where they have literally an organ, a church organ that fires missiles, like 10 out of 10. Give me some more of that. Oh. I don't want a church on top of my tank. I want a church on top of my church, you know? Well, now. I want a church on top of my tank. Yeah, like, look at this guy. Little dude with a cattle prod. 10 out of 10. I want the Triumph of St. Catherine on top of my Land Raider. Facts. 100%. As like the Triumph of St. Catherine is great. It's kind of like Catacross from the OCR Bone Reapers line. You know, same kind of deal. Whatever that the Slaanesh model from Age of Sigmar, where it's like the big fat dude that's on like a palanquin. That's also a good one. I don't know its name, but I know it's awesome. More caskets and holy relics on vehicles, yeah. Like you said, more books and scriptures, yeah. Go all in on the gothic aesthetic. Yeah, for sure. I think that's one thing that's missing from the new Sisters kill team is like not enough books, not enough servo skulls and cherubs. I love the like candelabra on the. I'm just blanking on names today. On the sister with the sword and shield. I know that's a specific unit with a name. I just can't pull it out right now. You know, I don't know that Inquisitor. But Inquisitors are generally very cool. Oh, the Holy Dreadnought as a chair? Yeah. That's a good one. Weirdly enough, OCR Bone Reapers also have a model like that. Where it's a bone mason riding a little like bone mech. What I've learned is that Inquisitorial Asians and OCR Bone Reapers are the same. He got left in Finecast? No! Names are hard. I don't know how you hold on to as many as you do. Yeah. It's because I shove out everything else. Junith? Junith is also a good model. Let me just look up the new Sisters kill team. I'll just go to the kill team subreddit. No, I didn't think it would be this hard. My goodness. Yeah, I like... Let's zoom in here. Not well. I'm a big fan of the standard bearer and the little hand crossbows. The propaganda speaker on the back of this model is lit. I love a good propaganda speaker. This thing right here. Oops. The backpack candelabra. I think they should all have that. I might just try and kick bash it. They're all getting candles of some kind on their backpacks. That shield is 10 out of 10. Yeah, that is a good shield too. Yeah. The one thing that's a little weird is they're kind of just like Sisters of Silence. And I'm not sure why it's not a Sisters of Silence kill team, you know? Yeah, they were like the lore behind this kill team is that they are resistant to enemy psychers and they have anti-psycher weapons, and I'm like, wait, you mean like Sisters of Silence? You mean like the group that you already have? Interesting choice. Another interesting choice is that they're in a box with not a psychic kill team. Like there just seems to be like a weird disconnect between the theme of the Sisters kill team and like the actual models that will be coming in the box. Like, yeah, if someone just told me like the theme of the box would be in an Imperial kill team that's anti-psyker against Chaos models, I would have thought Sisters of Silence versus like Thousand Suns. But instead it's Adeptus Sororitas against Night Lords. The lore department of GW, yeah, has not been doing well, for sure. A big actually a theory that I saw that I kind of liked was for the kill team box that's going to be in between the Necron one and the Sisters box. And it might just be copium, but the theory is that it'll be like Grey Knights. Partially because Grey Knights didn't get anything, but also because like the three orders of the Imperium, right? Like you have the Ordo Xenos, which is the Death Watch, the Inquisition, which is the like the sisters, and then the whatever the Grey Knights are. I forget the specific names for the orders. So the theory is that it'll be like Grey Knights versus demons. I think it'll be Astra Militarum. It could be. I hope it's not though. Hey, thank you for the follow. I am Devin. How's your day going? The only reason I hope it's not Astra Militarum is that we already have so many like Astra Militarum kill teams. Like we have the Kazarkin, we have the Krieg, we have the Tempestus Aquilans, we have the Rattling Snipers. Your day's going well? Nice. Could be Catachan, that'd be kind of interesting. Mine's going well. I'm doing a little bit of everything today. Oops. Little bit of building, a little bit of basing. Basically, just there's been a lot of buzz for new kill teams recently in the Games Workshop news area. So, trying to clean out my backlog a little bit of kill teams that I have to finish up before the new ones come out. Gotta make it so you have nothing to paint. Yes, gotta make sure I have nothing to paint. So that when the new stuff comes, I have a reason to buy it. For it and when it's something to watch. How long have I been doing this? Like, how long have I been streaming? Like today or across my whole life? If the answer is today, I've been streaming for like an hour and a half, something like that. It's like, how long have I been streaming in general? It's been a little over a year I've been streaming. Mostly just random, mostly GW focused painting and miniature building content. Doesn't really fit. Yeah, I put it in wrong. with a bit of cheeky Malifaux. Yeah, a bit of cheeky Malifaux, a bit of a little bit of Creature Caster recently. I've been trying to branch out because there are a lot of really nice miniatures that have been coming out, but mostly GW because I'm a big fan of both Age of Sigmar and 40k and Kill Team. Stream on other platforms too? I do. I stream on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube is mostly for like VOD storage. It stores all of my streams, so that I don't have to worry about it. Does that automatically. But I do have a Discord if you would like to join. Mostly it's people posting, or my viewers posting stuff that they've done. Real question is the glue dry? Yeah. Get back to doing a little bit of basing here. Yeah, for sure. The Discord is fairly active. Mostly Dark Mage though. But also we have a pretty consistent Blood Angels fan that tends to want to talk about the Blood Angels at all times. Paid actor, yo. I wouldn't go as far as to say paid actor, but you are far and away the most consistent viewer, which I greatly appreciate. Thank you, Dark Mage. You're the GOAT. Hands down. And by the way, I just want to nerd out, for sure. I mean, I'm here for the same reason. Yeah, but I did not forget about the naming a miniature. I realized I didn't have the right letter size. The letters were too big for for the size of the metal piece that I was trying to imprint them on. Oh, you forgot, yo! I did not forget. So that's coming. I'm working on getting my hands on the right size. So that I can create little nameplates for my models. Imagine the minis are in fact small? Wild, exactly. Did you know that the minis are small? Yeah. I bring in news of the Night Lords. Yes. So you saw the Kill Team? Yo, where did you hear this heresy? Yeah, facts. Great day for you, yeah. Is it a great day other than the Night Lords news, or just a great day in general? Both? Nice. Like you didn't know his Primaris aren't small, they're adequately sized. Getting my car washed and I plan on taking pictures of it? Nice. Nice, shiny, clean car. I think I just finished the cleanup work. I built the model a few days ago, but had to do a little bit of cleanup before I prime it. So it will be primed, and I can start painting it soon. Little bit of sanding required, but not too bad. I was kind of impressed with the Marvel Crisis Protocol minis. There wasn't a whole lot of work that needed to get done to get it into a nice like painting condition. Message request already? Nice. I love this design, to be precise. Accept request. Cool, cool. All right. Is he being painted in a red suit, or is he getting a cool alternate suit? He is being painted in the classic red and blue suit. Yeah. Oh, we must be talking about Spider-Man? I was just commenting on, I finished cleaning up the model. So, I'm gonna be starting painting it soon. Spooderman is about to pop off? For real. Actually, I think tomorrow I'm gonna start with the... I'll prime it tonight, and I'll be starting the painting tomorrow. Big W for sure. I just gotta find the time to make sure I do it right. My favorite. The spider community is very pleased with this news, for sure. My favorite basing scheme? You know, I kind of like this, using little sprue bits to make like a ruined city look. I think it's fun. And like not a lot of work. Another one I like that I did is the swamp scheme actually turned out pretty well. Using the small glass balls as like bubbles. I like how that one turned out. My favorite though? Sprue bits, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you kind of just like cut off random shaped and sized bits off the sprue, and then it tends to look like you know, like ruined ruined construction pieces. Like this is like a steel beam that like got destroyed and like cut in half. And then, you know, a little bit of texture paint, some burnt grass tufts, and it tends to look pretty nice. Again, I'll bring out a finished one. Message you in Discord when I end the stream. Sounds good. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. I hope your meeting doesn't go too long. Yeah, here's a finished one. So here's like a rusted steel beam, some little bits of like ruined building, some like burnt grass tufts. It's a fairly simple scheme, but I think it looks nice and it's like easy to do. Gotta squeeze every penny out of GW. Yeah, facts. Used to use FruBase to create a brick texture? Yeah. Cutting up like bits of extra sprue actually works super well for basing and stuff, which is nice. See, my favorite scheme? I mean, I really like what I did here for my Kurnoths. It's like a forest kind of woodland scheme. Little creatures on it. There's like a small creek, with some like water texture. I do quite enjoy this kind of this like forest base that I did. Quick question, what do you think will go on pre-order next week? Pre-order next week. I don't think the Kill Team stuff will go on pre-order yet. I think that's still a little bit of ways off. Did the Space Marine combat patrols already go on pre-order, or in like the new Space Marine characters? Did they already go up? Salamander went on pre-order this weekend. Yeah, I think the rest of the Space Marine stuff will go on pre-order. It might be a streak of some fairly boring, like, Space Marine pre-orders for a little bit. Because, like, I want to say, I think I heard that the Kill Team stuff would likely go on pre-order in September. So still a few pre-orders away from the Kill Team stuff. Just the character, though. Not sure about the combat patrols, though. Let me check. Okay. So you have combat patrols. It would be a shame if they put all those Night Lords in a combat patrol. It would be a shame, huh? You get like a Chaos Lord, the Legionaries with the Night Lord's upgrade sprue, and like 2 of the new Raptor kits. A shame for my wallet. Yeah. I think that'd be a great box. Sadly, don't think they'll do it. Because, Night Lords aren't actually a faction, but in 40k. Yet, exactly. Salamander Combat Patrol also went on pre-order? Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Chaos Dwarves. I don't know how. It was like the biggest release at the show. Tips hat, drinks tea, adjusts monocle to see better, yo. I'm just getting covered in texture paint. Texture paint everywhere. I will say, the last time I played Kill Team with the Aquilans, I got absolutely stomped. Turns out you have to be, like, spacing is really important for the Aquilans. Because they're, as a kill team, their close combat is not great. So I kind of just got bum rushed. It's just slaughtered in melee. The little combat, this little like servo sentry, specifically has no melee at all. Like it actually doesn't fight in melee. It just gets hit. So that was quite unfortunate. I like sent it down to like contest an objective, and then I read the rules on what its melee is like, and was like, oh, oops. What's the Aquilans' abilities? Well, their main thing is that they don't all have to start on the battlefield. So it's particularly nice in Kill Team, where you don't have to worry about hiding your whole 10-person team. You start with like a third of your force on the field, and can kind of drop people down in certain areas as they're needed. So like you're like, oh, I need a plasma guy. Let me drop him down. So it's pretty nice. In general, they have like a bunch of specialists. So like they have the like the plasma gunner, melta gunner. They have a melta bomb guy. This guy's lit. Just hucks a melta bomb at somebody, and usually the melta bomb does it. I don't think I've had anything survive getting hit with a melta bomb. I played against the Vespids, and the Vespids recently got a buff in like the melee department, which makes them quite strong. Another reason that the Vespids are kind of hard to deal with is they have fly, so they have a better threat range than most other kill teams, because they kind of just ignore the terrain for movement purposes. So I did not leave appropriate spacing. And yeah, once my guys got tagged up in melee, they kind of just got destroyed, which was unfortunate. And then my plasma guy kept whiffing. I shot my plasma guy into the same Vespid like 3 times. And I was like, why? But I have had I've had good success with the Aquilans against things like Hyrotech Circle, which is the Necron kill team. Actually, the other one I have out right now. Because they have a good number of heavy weapons, and like the Melt-A-Bomb and the Plasma, and they have a Melt-A-Gun that can kind of deal with the heavier targets. That works quite well. Alright, one more base. My goodness. Alright, I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. So that I don't accidentally get a bunch of texture paint all over my models. I wouldn't be surprised if I already got some. I think I did a pretty good job though, avoiding it. Whenever I tune into the stream, it sounds like cafe music in Persona 5. Yeah. It's a little bit of lo-fi. Mostly because it's DMCA free, which means I can play it on stream and not have YouTube/Twitch be angry at me for using copyrighted music. I think we're gonna have to go back to building for a little bit here. The texture paint does take quite a bit to dry. Hydrate, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. I do like the assassins that came in this kill team. Sanctifier Death Cult Assassin? Huge. That sounds cool, yeah. And like the Death Cult assassins in general are like super badass. This model has the adequate amount of parchment and religious iconography. Top tier. If I can find the backpack. Oh goodness. But this is gonna be one of those with like a giant seam in the robes. Oops. Oh. We have our classic Inquisitor staff, parchment, holding a box with a relic in it. Now we have the Mira Cultist. Miracle Cultist. AKA a Chaos Sorcerer, but not for some reason. Gets a little bit of a different distinction because believe in the Emperor. I love it that the missionaries come with like plasma guns and melta-guns. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the God Emperor? Oh. You haven't? Well, sorry. You get plasma. Solve my diplomacy with violence, yeah, for real. So you get some cool head options too. What I don't like about this sprue is that the face of the head is on one side and the number is on the other. So I have to keep like flipping back and forth between the sides to see my head options. Man, I have to choose between Melta and Plasma? Really? I actually think I can build both now that I'm looking at it. Although I will have to forego the flamethrower which is unfortunate because the flamethrower looks really cool. Nothing worse than closing all the apps and accidentally closing Twitch. Yeah, thanks. Or Spotify, Audible, listening to a book. There should be like an option where it's like, if you're actively listening to something, you have to confirm. click to confirm. You want to close it. All right. And I think I'm going to end stream here for the day. Gotta hit the gym, and I have a few other things I gotta do today. Tomorrow I'll be streaming again, same time. Either doing similar things or starting on Spider-Man, depending on how much time I have to prep the Spider-Man model before tomorrow's stream. So yeah, I will see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye!